then there is no any new attendance, right? Maybe for some people, they join meeting earlier, then they notice that we did not start the meeting on time. Maybe they will leave earlier, right? So 30 minutes after, what we can see is not the increasing of the number of attendance. What we can see is the decreasing, right? Maybe some left already, then lost the prospect, okay, they did not join. That is another one of the reason why we do not wait for any member who will be a little bit late. So that's why for all of the leaders, whenever you inform your prospect, okay, you have to remind them that Blessingswave will start the meeting on time. So if they want to know the complete explanation, then better to them to join earlier or on time, right? The same as the movies house, right? You pay 500 peso, 1,000 peso to buy the ticket to watch movies. Then if you were late, sorry, nobody will wait for you, right? Right, so you will miss the movies, then nobody will return the ticket to you, correct? So that's why the same as our presentation, better to you to follow the whole presentation. Anyway, okay, I'm the presenter, I'm the speaker for the product presentation today. So let me introduce myself first. I'm Allan Wu. My Chinese name is Wan Lin. I was medical doctor by profession in Taipei City of Taiwan. And my hospital before is one of the biggest hospital in Taiwan, owned by the government. That is the reason why we have a more budget and more support from the government. That is the reason why our hospital before is the one of the best hospital in Taiwan. Okay. Then I'm the CEO and the president of Blessingswave in the Philippines. And Maricon is the CFO, vice president of the Blessingswave in the Philippines. Meaning to say is that we are the one who in charge the Blessingswave in the Philippines. For other country, we have other president and the CEO for Blessingswave in other country. So anyway, what I'm saying is that we are the one who in charge the market in the Philippines. And aside from the market in the Philippines, we are the one who in charge of our member and distributors who was introduced by the Filipino in the Philippines. So that is the reason why, aside from the Philippines market, we have expand from Philippines, we have expand the Blessingswave to Canada, US, Australia, even Dubai. Okay, but actually, aside from now, we have spent 2 years to expand Blessingswave to 14 countries already. Actually, before the Blessingswave in the Philippines, we have expanded the Blessingswave to Vietnam. So it means that Vietnam is earlier than Philippines. We have expanded the Blessingswave to Thailand, Malaysia, Cambodia. Okay, aside from the headquarters, which is in Taiwan. Okay, so the main product of the Blessingswave, we call it the quantum medicine. That is the quantum product. So when you have heard about quantum, maybe you have heard about quantum already. Okay, but maybe for some people, no idea about quantum. Even for some people, even they have heard about quantum, even they do not know how to spell quantum. Okay, anyway, welcome to quantum world. Then, like what we say is that quantum just like Wi-Fi, especially right now, everyone use Wi-Fi, use internet. Okay, quantum just Wi-Fi. Why is like Wi-Fi? Because we cannot see it. It's invisible, but it has power to connect us to whatever we need, right? It's just like internet. When you Google it, right, you can see the power from the internet to connect us to Google, any information or knowledge, whatever we need. The same as quantum. Quantum is invisible, but it has about power connect us to whatever we need. Okay, so it is either you have idea about quantum or no idea about quantum, but we have to understand the situation. Okay, quantum is the future. So that's why I just give you some idea regarding the existing quantum product in the market, which we maybe has no idea. For example, the battery, okay, the conventional battery we use. Next time when you buy the new battery, you just pay attention to the packaging. You will notice that that is a quantum technology, including the TV right now, especially when you go to shopping mall. When you see the TV, especially Samsung, they call their TV as the QTV. So no problem to you to know what is the TV. But the question is that what is Q? Okay, the meaning of a Q is quantum. It's quantum TV. That is the reason why you can see right now the TV is so big, the screen is so big, but it's very clear, very colorful, very beautiful, right? Including the watch, right? Watch, quantum watch. What's the advantage of a quantum watch? There is no how to call that. There's no difference at all. Okay, even 10,000 years after, the time is really on time always. That is caused by the quantum technology, especially right now, recently, because of a war between Ukraine and Russia. Okay, the crisis, aside from the food crisis caused by war, there's another crisis, is the oil price crisis, energy crisis, right? Okay, so actually before that, because of environmental protection, and right now the whole world shift to green energy, especially for the all the transportation. Right now, it's a battery car, right? The first battery car in the world, which is the Tesla. Then more or less we have idea about the Tesla. Can you imagine that before the number one manufacturer of a car in the world, which is Toyota. Okay, it's a Toyota. But right now, no longer Toyota. The number one manufacturer in the world is Tesla right now. Okay, at the same time, regarding the owner of Elon Musk, he did not agree that the Tesla is the car manufacturer. That is the technology company, which is the quantum battery. So the most famous, the same as what you know, that is a Tesla. But Tesla is not only one anymore. Actually, it's about maybe 5 to 10 years ago when you visit China, the most of the taxi in China is the e-car already. Okay, no more gasoline, no more gas at all. Okay, so as of now, China is the number one country who have more e-car in the world. I think that more or less they can reach 50% already. Okay, and aside from that, I have to mention you, including the manufacturer of Apple, which is a Foxconn. Foxconn have their own e-car. Okay, hopefully we can see the Foxconn e-car in the Philippines as soon as possible, because we have idea about that. Okay, aside from that, like Sony, Sony, the most famous from Sony is a Walkman, right? It's a Walkman is what we know. Aside from the Walkman, maybe their laptop before is really very nice, right? Vario, or very beautiful laptop. But actually, the main business of Sony right now is an e-car also. Okay, so a while ago I mentioned like the computer, like the gadget, right? So when we are going to buy the new laptop as of now, when we talk about the spec, the specification of the laptop we are talking about is a bit, like, right? MB, GB, TB, okay, gigabyte, byte, okay. But in the future, soon, actually it's not in the future, there is an existing product in the market already. We will not call it the bit anymore. We call it a qubit. What is a qubit? Quantum bit, which is much faster than the existing computer right now. Okay, aside from that, maybe what we complain, what we suffer from now is a weak internet, especially in the Philippines. Internet is very poor, but do not worry about that. The new internet we call is quantum internet, including right now the memory, right? The memory, we do not put our memory into our own memory device like the USB, but we just put the data in cloud. Like my presentation, I put all my presentation in iCloud because the gadget I use is Apple. That's why the cloud they provide is they call it iCloud. Okay, so at this moment you have a difficulty aside from the problem of the internet. Okay, you have a difficulty to download your data, okay, or even the memory is very limited in iCloud. But don't worry about that. Quantum cloud. Oh, You mentioned I just give you some example, but I have no idea that is the based on the quantum technology. Okay, the reason why I give you lost the example, I just want to let you know. Okay, yeah, quantum is the future. Quantum is a new technology. Quantum is not only idea. Okay, quantum is not only the concept only. You can see the application of a quantum technology in the market already. Okay, so it means that sooner or later, everyone have to know what is quantum. And we have no opportunity to go back to school to study what is a quantum. Okay, but even we are able to go back to school to study what is a quantum, we will spend so much time. Okay, because the education in the school is really step by step. There is no instant, there is no shortcut to know what is a quantum. So for us, no need to us to know too much about quantum. As long as we have a little bit idea what is the quantum, it's okay for us already. Okay, the most important is your concept and your belief. Okay, so when we talk about quantum, the best example is H2O. Okay, so for Englishmen, no problem to know what is H2O. Because for the Chinese or Japanese, we do not call it H2O. Okay, we really call it water. So when you show H2O, maybe for them, they do not know what is H2O. Okay, so the reason why we call it H2O, because okay, H2O is the molecule. It's a molecule, which is the very big, it's a big, okay, molecule. So the reason why we call it H2O, because the water molecule consists 3 atoms, which is the 2 hydrogen atom plus 1 oxygen atom. Okay, so 2 hydrogen, that's why H2, 1 oxygen, that's why it's 1O. That's why we call H2O, 2 hydrogen atom plus 1 oxygen atom. Okay, so meaning to say, water molecule consists of atom. Okay, the reason why we talk about that, because we want to know what is the smallest and the basic composition of water. If you want to know the secret, if you want to know everything, you have to know what is the smallest and the basic composition. That is the moment to you to know it very well. That is the reason why right now what we are talking about what is the smallest and the basic composition of water. So based on the explanation what I give a while ago, or maybe what you think is, oh, okay, water molecule consists of atom. Maybe atom is the smallest and the basic composition of water molecule. No, okay, atom is not the smallest because atom consists of electron and the nuclear. Okay, also electron and the nuclear. So it means that atom consists of the electron and the nuclear. Nuclear and the electron is much smaller than atom. So it means that, yeah, atom is not the smallest. But how about nuclear? Okay, no, nuclear is not the smallest composition as well, because nuclear consists of proton and the neutron. Okay, it means the neutron and the proton is much smaller than nuclear. At the same time, neutron and the proton is not the smallest composition because neutron and the proton consist of gluon and the quark. Okay, so when we talk about quark, when we talk about gluon, which is very small particle already, which is very small particle, you cannot see any particle which is much smaller than quark and the gluon. So it means that quark and the gluon is the smallest and the basic composition of water molecule. Okay, so those the very small particle like quark, gluon, lepton, we call those smallest particle as quantum. Okay, quantum is the unit of the measurement, which is for the size. Okay, which is the very, very small. Okay, that's why we call those the smallest particle, like gluon, like quark, like lepton, as quantum. That is the definition of a quantum. Okay, so what is the character of the quantum? Okay, later. I just explained it, H2O, right? So based on the what you understood from me, yeah, quantum is the smallest and the basic composition of H2O. So right now we are talking about H2O. How about others? Okay, we make it bigger, which is much bigger than water. We call it a human body. Okay, the question is the same as the water. What is the smallest composition and the basic composition of a human body? So at this moment, okay, when we talk about human body, we can chop our body, we can separate our body into 8 to 9 body system. We call it an organ system. The reason why we call it an organ system, because different organs have a different function. Okay, so even the different organs have a different function, but we can separate some organs. They have a same function. That's why we call it an organ system. For example, when we talk about body system, organ system, like what you understand, like the metabolism system, like the endocrine system, like digestive system, cardiovascular system, reproductive system, like the digestive system. Okay, for example, like the digestive system. And the digestive system consists of the organ which is in charge of the digestion and absorption. For example, liver, stomach, large intestine, small intestine. When you talk about intestine, or you can even, aside from the large and the small intestine, even colon, even rectum, okay, including pancreas. Pancreas is one of the digestive system who is in charge of the digestion and the absorption of sugar. Okay, so at this moment, you notice that, liver is much smaller than the body system. So it means the body system is not the basic composition of the human body. Okay, maybe liver is the one, maybe organs is one. No, liver is not the smallest and the basic composition, because organs consist of the body tissue. But body tissue is not the smallest composition and the basic composition of a human body, because body tissue consists of body cell. When you talk about body cell, you have an idea already, right? We can see the body cell under microscope, which is very small. But body cell even is very small, but body cell is not the smallest and the basic composition of a human body, because the body cell consists of a different kind of a molecule, including water molecule. Okay, so when we talk about molecule, do you remember what I explained a while ago? H2O, the water molecule. What is the basics and the smallest composition of a molecule or of a water molecule, right? Not atom, not nuclear, not neutron. The smallest and the basic composition of the molecule is quantum. Okay, so when you talk about the smallest, the composition and basic composition for human body, we go back to quantum, right? So it means that, when we talk about the smallest composition of a human body, the smallest is quantum again. Okay, so I give you two examples. One is H2O, another one is a human body. How about others? Like the animal, it's the same as the human body. How about the plant, like the vegetable or flower? Yeah, quantum is the smallest. Because any kind of life in the world consists of a molecule. When you talk about molecule, of course, quantum is the smallest and the basic. So it means that everything what we are talking about right now is consists of quantum as well. Okay, how about the mineral? When you talk about the stone, when you talk about wood, whatever. Okay, so whatever you are talking about, the smallest and the basic composition for everything in our life is quantum. Always is a quantum, because quantum is the smallest and basic composition everything in our life. Okay, so we explain that. Okay, you understand that quantum is the small s and the basic. So when you talk about the composition of anything, okay, quantum is the answer. Quantum is the correct answer all the time. So what is the character of a quantum? Okay, the character of a quantum is that quantum is the high frequency energy wave. Even under the stage of the vacuum stage, it means that no air at all, even under 0-degree temperature. Okay, quantum is keep on moving and vibrating because quantum is a high frequency energy wave. The vibration, the number of the vibration of a quantum is more than 100 million times per second. So can you imagine now how high is the frequency of a quantum? Even the situation, the environment is 0-degree, even there's no air at all, keep on moving and vibrating. So meaning to say is that when you talk about quantum, it means that we are talking about vibration. When we talk about quantum, it means that we are talking about frequency. When we talk about quantum, we are talking about energy. We call it a 0-point energy. When we talk about quantum, it means that we are talking about wave. We call it a scalar wave. So right now, you understand already what is a quantum. Quantum is the smallest and the basic composition of everything in life. What is a quantum? When we talk about quantum, it means that we are talking about vibration, frequency, energy, wave. So it means that, okay, the following we will talk about is not only quantum, we will talk about vibration. If you joined the meeting earlier, right, if you watch the video that the Coach Joey played a while ago, right, the video show is, they call it a vibration therapy. Vibration therapy. Wow. Also, vibration can be the therapy. Yeah, that is the what we are talking about today, quantum medicine. Okay, so that's why, okay, we said that everything in life is quantum, and quantum is a vibration, frequency, energy, and wave. So it means that everything in life is a vibration, frequency, energy, wave. That is the reason why one of the greatest scientists in the world, Albert Einstein, said that everything in life is vibration. So another one of the greatest scientists, Nikola Tesla, he said that if you want to find the secret of the universe, okay, what is the universe? The meaning of the universe is everything in life. So meaning to say, if you want to find the secret of the universe, if you want to find the secret of everything in life, okay, things in terms of energy, frequency, vibration. Why he said that? If you want to find everything, if you want to find the secret of everything in life, why you have to think in terms of energy, frequency, vibration? Because everything in life is vibration, it's quantum, it's frequency, it's energy. That's why if you want to find the secret, it thinks in terms of energy, frequency, vibration. Of course, if you talk about the human body, like the example I give you a while ago when we explain quantum, because human body is a part of the universe. Human body is a part of everything in life. If you want to find the secret of a human body, of course, the answer is the sense in terms of the energy, frequency, vibration. Especially a while ago when we explained what is the basic composition of a human body, quantum is the one. So what is a quantum? Quantum is a vibration, frequency, is energy. That's why if you want to find the secret of the human body, things in terms of energy, vibration, frequency as well. The same as a disease we suffer for a long time already. If we want to find the cause of a disease, what is the answer? The answer is things in terms of energy, frequency, vibration. That is the reason why Albert Einstein said again, okay, future medicine will be the medicine of the frequency. Okay. Future medicine will be the medicine of the frequency. So what we have to think is that what kind of medicine we are taking right now when we get sick. Oh, of course, the medicine we are taking right now is the prescription from the medical doctor. The medicine we are taking right now is the chemical medicine. So why we in the future the medicine we will have is the medicine of the frequency. It's a frequency medicine. Why? Because based on the definition of the quantum medicine, okay, based on the definition of the quantum medicine, wrong frequency is the only cause of any disease whatever we have. Why we said that wrong frequency is the cause of any disease whatever we have? Do you remember a while ago when I explained what is a quantum, right? And the quantum is the vibration, quantum is the frequency, and everything in life is vibration, is the frequency. So if you want to know the secret of everything in life, since in terms of the frequency, vibration, energy. So right now, whenever we suffer any disease, okay, so what is the cause? The cause based on quantum medicine is caused by wrong frequency, wrong information, wrong energy. So meaning to say is that if you agree, wrong frequency is the cause of any disease, whatever you have. So it means that as long as you are able to adjust or correct the wrong frequency inside our body, that is the best way to solve any disease, whatever we have, instead of the chemical medicine or other medicine. Okay, that is the reason why Albert Einstein said future medicine will be the medicine of the frequency. Future medicine will be frequency medicine. That is the quantum medicine. Okay, like what I mentioned a while ago. If you joined meeting earlier, then if you have watched the video a while ago, what they are talking about is a vibration therapy. Okay, so what we are talking about is the BRT, bio resonance therapy. But like what I said a while ago, quantum is a vibration, its frequency, is the energy. So at this moment, whatever you say, either it's a frequency, vibration, or energy, is correct. Like what I mentioned a while ago, right? The vibration therapy, we call it a biosignal, bioresonance therapy, biosignal resonance therapy. That is the therapy based on resonance, okay? Based on resonance of biosignal. Why we call it a biosignal? Because what we are talking about today is the human body. What we are talking about is our health. What we are talking about is the disease. That's what we call is a biosignal. Okay, so before we understand bioresonance therapy, we have to know it one by one, especially resonance. Resonance. What is a resonance? That is very easy to understand it. Okay, it's just like the radio station and the radio. If you want to hear any music or news from radio station, if the frequency of your radio, which is the receiver, is not the same as the frequency of a radio station, which is the transmitter. At this moment, as long as the frequency is different, you are unable to receive any information and cannot hear any news from radio station because frequency is different. There is no resonance. Because no resonance, that's why you are unable to hear anything. We call it a sound wave resonance. The reason why you are able to hear my explanation right now, that is caused by resonance. My mouth, just like the radio station, which we call is the transmitter. Your eardrum, just like the radio in your house, which we call is receiver. Whenever I talk, I deliver the frequency, vibration, and the energy through by air and deliver to your eardrum. Okay, so at this moment, if your eardrum is able to receive the frequency from my mouth caused by resonance, that is moment to you to hear my voice. Meaning to say, if there is no resonance caused by some factor, okay, maybe caused by the latest weapon in the world, whenever there is something, the quantum weapon, then all of a sudden, okay, there's no resonance. Whenever they destroy the resonance, there's no resonance at all. Even the function of our eardrum is normal. We will not be able to hear anything at all. No more hearing. everyone become dead all of a sudden, caused by no resonance. Okay, for example, the best example is the ultrasound, because the frequency that our ear have resonance can hear is only 20 hertz up to 20,000 hertz. 20 hertz below, we call it infrasound. 20,000 hertz above, we call it ultrasound. Oh, when you talk about ultrasound, since that I have heard about that, of course you have heard about that. When we go to the hospital for the checkup, there's ultrasound, right? So when you have the ultrasound checkup, do you hear any sound? No, I didn't hear any sound. The question is, there's a sound or not? Yes, of course there is a sound, because the frequency of ultrasound is 20,000 hertz above, that which our ear cannot hear at all. That's why there is no sound for us. But there is a frequency, there is a vibration. The frequency of ultrasound is more than 20,000, right? Okay, that is the best example. Another example is the light wave resonance. The reason why we are able to see anything surround us right now, that is caused by resonance, light wave resonance. Whenever there is no resonance, there is no image at all. We cannot see anything at all. Everyone become blind. That is caused by resonance. The best example is color. Okay, when we talk about color, the question for you is that what is the specific explanation, the reason why we are able to identify different color? Right? Nobody asked me about that. Since I was small, I'm able to identify different color, very colorful. I like the color yellow. I like, whenever you dress up, okay, what the color I will wear today? Oh, of course, automatic is a common sense. It's nature. Why you ask me? Nobody asked me. Yeah, what is the specific explanation or scientific explanation? The reason why we are able to identify different color. The answer is very easy. Different color have a different frequency. Different color have a different vibration, different frequency. When the frequency that our eyes has resonance, has received, is the same as the frequency of the color red. That is a moment to us to see the color is red. If the frequency that our eyes resonate, our eyes have received, is the same as the frequency of the color green, that is a moment to us to see the color is green. Because different color have a different frequency. So the meaning of the frequency means that information. Another good example is the stoplight, right? Stoplight. When the frequency our eyes receive is the frequency of the color red. That is a moment to us to see the color of the stoplight is color red. That's why everyone is ready to start. Okay, when you see the light of the color of the stoplight is red. When the frequency our eyes have received is the same as the frequency of the color green, that is moment to us to see the color of the stoplight is green. That's why we are ready to go. So do you notice that when everyone just follow the color of the stoplight, everything is really in order, right? No traffic at all. So what's the meaning of the frequency? The meaning of a frequency means that is the information, that is the instruction, that is a message, that is the order, that is for communication. Why? Why is it for communication? We are unable to talk to each other while you're driving, while you're riding, correct? But at this moment, what is a communication? When you have to go, when you have to stop, based on the color of a stoplight, right? So that is for communication. Okay, the same as our cell phone, our gadget right now, right? Either smart or globe. Whenever there is no signal, there is no communication. Whenever there's no communication, there's no understanding at all. Whenever there's no understanding at all, can you imagine how messy our world is, right? That is importance of the communication, understanding the signal. Okay, the same as our body. Even we are not the one who give the instruction to our organs, to our body cell. But how can they know how to cooperate with each other? How can they know what they have to do, right? So the language we speak right now is English. So the question is, what is the language in our body? Because they have to talk to each other. If they do not talk to each other, there is no communication. If there is no communication, there is no understanding. If there is no understanding, there is no cooperation, right? Do you notice the all function in our body is synchronizing? No need to us to inform our body what they have to do, right? No need to give the instruction, right? Oh, so whenever you're hungry, so you are the one who tell you, oh, you have to eat, or the reason why you have to eat because you feel hungry, right? So it means that whenever there is no information, there is no communication, you do not know what you have to do. The same as our body, right? So when we give the example that it's a stoplight, it means that there are so many stoplight for the communication in our body, okay? And the language they speak, we call it a biosignal. Based on the signal, they communicate to each other. Okay, what is a signal? Signal is the information. Signal is the vibration. Signal is the frequency. Signal is the message. Signal is for instruction, for communication. Signal is energy. Okay, that is the resonance and the biosignal. Okay, so at this moment, the best example to explain is insomnia. It's insomnia. It's the best example in insomnia. Okay, we call insomnia as the sleep disorder. Disorder. So disorder is means that did not follow the order. Why did not follow the order? It's caused by the wrong order or no order, right? Because of the wrong order. That's why disorder. Okay, so even we do not call insomnia as a disease, but if we do not solve it as soon as possible, insomnia will be the cause for any disease we are going to get later on, including hypertension, including headache, even stomach aching, whatever. Okay, so if we were talking about insomnia, okay, what is the cause of the insomnia? Like what I say is that if you do not know the cause of a disease, you will not be able to know what will be the best solution for you, right? It's the reason why whenever you feel uncomfortable, when you go to the doctor, the first step, aside from the consultation, the first step you must have is the checkup. If you do not check up, you do not know what's the problem you have. Whenever you know the problem you have, of course, you have to know what is the cause of the problem you have, because there are so many factors. Maybe it's only caused by weather, or maybe caused by the food you have eaten, right? Or maybe caused by your emotion. There are so many factors. If you do not know what is the cause, okay, all the prescription or medication will be wrong as well, right? That's why that is the importance to you to know what is the cause of the disease before you get any solution. Okay, so what is the cause of insomnia? My answer for you is depend. Depend on the definition of the science you are talking about. Okay, for example, based on the definition of the chemistry, okay, it means that from now on, the language we are going to speak is chemistry, chemical, no physical, no physics, no biological, no biology, chemistry. Okay, based on the definition of the chemistry, the cause of insomnia is caused by the long production of specific chemical composition. Okay, what we call is the chemical composition. Because right now we are talking about is the chemistry. That's why we are talking about chemical composition. Okay, why we have to set a specific chemical composition? Because different kind of chemical composition is for different different function, right? So it means that the specific chemical composition is for the specific function or purpose or usage. Okay, so what's wrong with the specific chemical composition caused by the wrong production? Why is it wrong? Whenever the production is too high, too low, too few, too much, it's wrong. Okay, what the same as the medicine we are taking, we need the specific dosage. of the medication we take. Whenever it's too low, whenever it's too high. For example, whenever it's too low, it's not effective at all. Whenever it's too high, it's too dangerous to us. That's why there is a specific dosage. The same as for specific function. When we talk about specific chemical composition, there is a specific production. There is a correct production because the wrong production of a specific chemical composition, that's why you cannot sleep at all. This specific chemical composition we call is melatonin. Melatonin is a specific chemical composition for sleep because the production of the melatonin is too low. That's why we are unable to sleep properly. That is the reason why when we go to medical doctor, when we go to chemical doctor, the knowledge from the medical doctor, the cause of the insomnia is caused by lacking of the melatonin. That is the reason why the solution and the prescription from your medical doctor is a melatonin supplement to supply what you are lacking, to supply what's the reason why you are unable to sleep, which is melatonin. Okay. But the question is that why the production of melatonin is too low. Okay, it doesn't matter. As long as you follow the prescription, as long as you follow the dosage of the melatonin, as long as you are able to sleep later on. Okay, but the problem is that in the beginning, it's very effective. Later on, you notice that it's not effective anymore, then you have to increase the dosage. Why? Because the production of the melatonin in our body is getting lower day by day, whenever, especially when we follow the supplement. Okay, so at this moment, another definition is the definition of a quantum medicine. Based on the definition of a quantum medicine, the cause of the insomnia is caused by wrong frequency. Do you remember a while ago I said that based on the quantum medicine, based on the definition of a quantum medicine, wrong frequency is the only cause for any disease, whatever you have, right? So right now we are talking about insomnia. So what is the cause of insomnia based on the definition of a quantum medicine? Of course, wrong frequency, right? Okay, what's wrong with the frequency? For example, 3.5 to 7 hertz in our brain, that is correct frequency and the specific frequency for specific chemical composition, which we call is melatonin. Whenever the frequency in our brain is not in between 3.5 to 7 hertz at all, caused by some factors. So it means that the information, the instruction, the message, the order we give to our body is not for melatonin at all. Because for melatonin, the specific frequency for melatonin is 3.5 to 7 hertz. If the frequency is not in between 3.5 to 7 hertz, it means that it's not for melatonin. That is the reason why the production of the melatonin is too low. We call it insomnia, sleep disorder. Another example is 7 to 14 hertz. 7 to 14 hertz is correct frequency and the specific frequency for specific chemical composition. Okay, because different production, you need a different order. When the order you give is the turn left, automatic will turn left. The information you give is the turn right, automatic you will turn right, right? So if the information you give is the turn left, you do not expect that they will turn right, correct? Right? So that's what I'm saying is that if we talk about the specific chemical composition, there is the specific frequency for that. Whenever our brain frequency is not in between 7 to 14 hertz, okay, caused by some factors. So at this moment, the information, the instruction we give to us is not for the specific function anymore. Okay, so 7 to 14 hertz, that is the correct frequency for serotonin, dopamine, endorphin. Okay, we call those hormones as happy hormones. So whenever we lack of happy hormones, That's why we are lacking of a happiness. That's why whenever you're lacking of a serotonin, dopamine, endorphin, we call it depression, anxiety. Okay, especially serotonin for emotion. Dopamine. Oh, if you have idea, what is the cause of a Parkinson's disease? That's caused by the production of a dopamine, right? So how about the endorphin? Endorphin is the best painkiller in the world, which is much better to any painkiller. Endorphin. Okay, so it means that whenever the frequency in our body is in the 7 to 14, at this moment, what we will suffer from, aside from the stress, aside from depression, aside from anxiety, we will suffer from like the body pain, muscle pain, because lacking of the happy hormones, because the frequency in our brain is not for happy hormone anymore. Okay, so that is the best example for that. Okay, so what's the connection with the Blessingswave? Okay, that is the specialist of the Blessingswave. Oh, we really focus on the quantum medicine. That's why Blessingswave is able to know and detect what is the correct and the specific frequency for specific function in our body. Okay, like what I said a while ago, specific frequency for specific function. If you need the correct function and specific function in our body, what we need is a specific and the correct frequency and information. The second one is that we have a technology. We call it a scalar wave technology, or we call it a hologram technology, which is a technology to infuse, to install the correct and the specific frequency into one storage. We call this a storage is a hologram disk. That is the two disks you have seen in our wristband. Okay, the key point is not the wristband. The key point is a hologram disk. We call those the disk as modulator. That is the character modulator to modulate and the correct wrong frequency in our body. So when we wear wristband or when we put the hologram disk onto our body, hologram disk will release and deliver the correct and specific frequency into our body through by acupoint to correct the wrong frequency in our body through by resonance. After the biosignal resonance, the signal, the frequency in our body is correct. That is the reason why the symptom that you suffer for a long time disappear right away. That's why we call it bioresonance therapy. That is the therapy based on the resonance of a biosignal. What is a biosignal? That the example I give you about insomnia or depression, 3.5 to 7 hertz. That is for specific chemical composition, which is melatonin. Like the 7 to 14 hertz, that is the correct frequency and specific frequency for specific chemical composition, which is a happy hormones like serotonin, dopamine, endorphin. Whenever the production of a specific chemical composition is correct, that's why the function in our body is correct. That is a reason why the symptom or the illness you suffer for a long time disappear right away without any chemical medicine at all. Okay, so aside from that, the beauty of the Blessingswave wristband hologram disc, that as of now, that is the only two-in-one hologram in the market. Why is the two-in-one? Like what I mentioned a while ago, that is the first one is the frequency medicine. The medicine of the frequency contain correct and specific frequency for specific function. That's what we call is a frequency medicine. That is the main function of our hologram disc, which is the wristband. Aside from that, another one that is good for anti-radiation, anti-5G, anti-electron magnetic field. That is the EMF protection. Also, it means that, you know, even we do not talk about it's all in one, but at least it's two in one. But actually, it's not the two in one. It's a three in one already. Okay, aside from the main function, that is the frequency medicine. Okay, an additional one, that is the negative ion. Okay, especially when we produce the new wristband. Okay, we infuse the negative ion into our wristband. Okay, but I have to remind you that negative ion is not the main product. It's not the main benefit of our product. That is the additional. Okay, additional. The main product we have is the hologram disc, which is the frequency medicine. Aside from those benefits, we add additional benefits through by wristband. We infuse negative ion into our wristband. Okay, so if you want to know the benefit of a negative ion, then you can study by yourself, because the benefit of a negative ion, that is really common sense. Okay, that is a really common sense. That's why I will not explain the benefit of a negative ion anymore. Okay, but I have to mention that the negative ion we infuse is really limited. Okay, not so much like what you have seen right now. More or less is about 1,500 to 2,000 negative ion in the wristband. Okay, that's it, not so much. Okay, that's what we can do. At the same time, that is additional benefit. Okay, aside from the frequency medicine. Okay, so as of now, we decide to release the three products to the market. Okay, even three items, but that is really enough for any problem, whatever you suffer or you have. These three products is really enough already. Why is really enough already? Okay, the first product is the color red. When you see the color of our wristband, that is red. We call it super, or we call it max. Okay, so I like the name. I like max. Okay, max instead of a super, because max is really, you can understand the function of a product. Okay, the meaning of a max is means maximize energy to those people who need additional or extra energy. Meaning to say, max is the best product to those people who is really very weak. That's why they need additional energy, extra energy to support them. For example, the person who is undergoing chemotherapy, aside from the side effect of chemotherapy, what they will suffer is the weakness after chemo, really very weak. For example, housewife. Housewife is the one who take care of the house all the time, including the mirror, including the laundry, whatever. But whenever the housewife suffer from the cancer, suffer from the chemotherapy, then he cannot do anything that before he can do anymore because of a weakness. Okay, so at this moment, mask is the best support to them. Whenever they wear masks, the lifestyle they have after chemo is the same as before. They are able to do everything like before already because of extra energy. That is the best support to them for the additional and extra energy. For example, like the person who is undergoing dialysis caused by kidney disorder. Okay, so after the dialysis, aside from the complication caused by the dialysis, the patient is very weak, hour by hour, day by day after dialysis. Very weak, caused by the toxin is getting higher and going up. Okay, very weak, aside from the complication. Then max is the best support for them. We have a lot very good testimony about that. For example, the same as what maybe you have heard about the testimony from Dr. Marai from Iloilo. He suffered from the dialysis for more or less, I forgot the year, maybe 9 years already. Wow, really terrible. Okay, how is the terrible? Because based on what he said, what he has is a multiple organs damage. Multiple organs damage. Honestly, that is very serious. Can you imagine that one organ's damage is very serious already? But if you talk about multiple organs damage, it means that nothing is good in our body anymore, right? So especially the reason why he have a kidney disorder, the reason why he have dialysis, okay, because of diabetes. Okay, so when you talk about diabetes, of course, so many complications caused by diabetes itself. Only diabetes, so many complications. Well, how, because a kidney disorder is one complication caused by diabetes, right? So because of a kidney disorder, oh, you will see more complication later on, or including the immune system weakness, including the nerve, okay, disorder like the insomnia, body pain, okay, including the cardiovascular, heart enlargement, hypertension. Oh my goodness, whenever your heart is not good, of course, your lungs, your respiratory system is not good. Okay, so because your kidney disorder cannot get out the toxin properly, that's why you will suffer from toxemia. Okay, even you follow the dialysis, that's why you will have a vomiting, you will have a very poor appetite. Whenever you eat, then you cannot swallow and vomit right away. Even you are able to eat, okay, but unable to get out because suffer from constipation. Okay, so and there's so many toxins in the body, so that's why you will suffer from arthritis. Gosh, aside from the kidney problem, okay, then including the dialysis complication from dialysis. Oh my goodness, really other problem. That's why it's a multiple organs damage. Whenever multiple organs damage, so at this moment, what is your solution? All the medication for the multiple organs damage is complicated to each other, getting more serious day by day. And can you imagine how young is the Dr. Malai? Only 49? Oh my goodness, very young. 49. That is the beginning of her life. Can you imagine that? Even he was unable to walk, to stand up without cane. Even he had a difficulty to walk, with cane, for 50 meters. But whenever you use our product, especially another product, which is the next one, come, and the max is a combination, then he is able to walk without cane. Then he is able to see the good result, reduce the medication and normal blood transfusion. Oh, a lot. Gosh, Okay, if you want to know more, then you can ask the friend who invite you then to know about this testimony. Okay, then the next one is calm. Okay, aside from the dialysis patient, another one is for the patient who suffer from paralysis. Maybe paralysis is caused by stroke, mostly. Okay, because the paralysis, that's why they cannot live properly alone. Okay, so at this moment, the only solution for the paralyzed patient is the physical therapy. Okay, that is the only solution. But why the most of the paralyzed patient was unable to recover through by physical therapy? Number one, they need energy for physical therapy. If they are very weak, if they have no energy at all, they cannot follow any physical therapy which is necessary to them. The second one, even they have energy to follow the physical therapy, but the body pain is really very serious to them, really very painful when they follow physical therapy. That's why they stop it. Okay, so at this moment, max is the best support to them. We have so many testimony, even less 10 minutes, even 30 minutes, 3 hours, 3 days. The patient before cannot stand up, cannot walk, cannot move at all, even for 3 years already, even for 7 years already. But whenever they respond, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 3 hours, 3 days, the person is able to stand up, to move. Can you imagine that? You will say that, wow, amazing, magic. Okay, sorry, it's not magic at all. It's necessary. As long as you understand what is the quantum medicine, as long as you understand what is the bioresonance therapy. Okay, instant. Another one is calm. Calm. When you see the color is violet, that is we call is calm. Calm is for relaxing, for stress less, for depression, for anxiety, for insomnia. Okay, so during my another presentation, I emphasize the importance of the sleep. I emphasize the importance of the stress. Okay, because the number one killer of our health is not the food what we are eating every day. The number one killer of our health is the stress, even not insomnia. Insomnia is the number two. Stress is the number one killer. Number one killer. Whenever we are stressful, that is effective to the whole body system, especially immune system, digestive system, urinary system, okay, even our joint pain, whatever, headache, nerve, oh, very effective. Even, maybe you experience about that also, including endocrine, especially women, right? Whenever they are emotional, you can notice that even the menstruation is not regular anymore. That is an endocrine problem, right? So it's effective to all the whole body system. Okay, so the key point is that how many times we suffer from stress a day? How about tomorrow? After tomorrow? How about the whole month? Right? Stress, wherever it is. So that is the dangers of the stress. So at this moment, if you do not have a good way, if you do not have a solution to balance, to handle your stress properly, stress is the number one killer to our health. The number two is the insomnia. The number two is insomnia. Whenever we are unable to sleep, you will see that all the body system will be affected also, right? That is the reason why during my presentation about the lifestyle, about insomnia, I mentioned you that based on the clinical study, I just give you one idea. For example, whenever you lack of sleep, lack of 2 hours a day compared to 7 hours sleep a day, at this moment, the percentage of the risk to get colon cancer, to get breast cancer increased by 50%. Wow. So if you suffer from insomnia for 5 years, for 10 years, and up to now you are unable to solve it, so cancer, breast cancer, colon cancer, or other cancer, yeah, it's necessary. That is the reason why insomnia is the number two killer. So before stress kill yourself, you have to kill stress. Okay? You cannot rely on yourself. You are unable to control your stress properly, right? Because stress is not under your control. Sleep, for those people who suffer from insomnia, you understand that it's not under your control. Even you want to sleep, but you are unable to sleep, right? So that's why I said that you need something which really can help you and support you to get out the stress properly, to sleep properly every day, because that is the stress is every second, every minute. Sleep is the every day. Whenever you cannot do it properly every day, that is a moment to you to see the disease we have right now. So at this moment, calm is the best solution. Calm is the best killer to cure stress. Calm is the best killer to cure insomnia, right? So of course, like the baby, do you remember when we have the baby? Gosh, when the baby do not sleep enough, the baby did not sleep properly. When they wake up, always crying, emotional. All right, we experience that. That is the importance of insomnia, right? So it means that as long as we can handle our stress very well, every day is a happy day. As long as we can sleep properly every day, when we wake up, wow, early morning, power morning, every day is happy day. Every day is Sunday because of a calm. Okay, another one is Vita. Vita is for vitality. Three benefits from Vita. The first benefit is for immune system. Okay, the best doctor in the world is not from US, not from Japan. The best doctor in the world is from our body. We call it the immune system. Based on scientific study, 99% of the disease are caused by immune system disorder. Meaning to say, if you are able to balance your immune system, okay, immune system can be the one who take care of you very well. Why your immune system do not take care of you very well? Because you do not take care of the immune system as well. Okay, for example, what your immune system need is water. What you give is a Coca-Cola. What your immune system need is the vitamins, fiber. But what you give is always is the meat and the oil. That's why there is a strike. Okay, Vita is the best support to support your immune system. As long as you support your immune system will support you forever. That is the importance of the immunology, immune system. The second benefit from Vita is for detoxification. Like what I say, the lifestyle we have is the input and output. We are busy for input, busy for output every day. What's the input, right? For survival, we have to eat, right? The reason why we have to work, because we need money for grocery, we need money for food, right? We are busy for eating the whole life. That is the input. But after input, we need output. As long as we are unable to get the toxin to do the output very well, oh, it's very dangerous to us. We call it a toxemia, like the dialysis, like the kidney disorder. That is the toxemia, right? So that is the reason why we are busy for eating, we are busy for wee, we are busy for poo-poo every day. That is our lifestyle. We are busy for, right? After eating, what we have to do is poo-poo. Well, after our drinking, then what we need is a urination. Okay, whenever there is no urination, that is a big problem. Whenever there is no poo-poo, we call it a constipation, right? So that's why that is the importance of a detoxification. Okay, there are two main functions for detoxification from our body. Number one is the urination. The second one is the bowel movement. Bowel movement. Okay, so Vita is very good for the person who suffer from the urination. For example, the difficulty of a urination or the frequency of a urination is a big help. Okay, the second one is for the digestive system. For those people who suffer from the bowel movement, like the LBM, like constipation, that is a good help to them. Number three benefit from Vita, that is good for cardiovascular system, for blood circulation, especially very good for micro blood circulation. When you put wristband, when you wear wristband, you can increase your blood circulation by 30% within 10 minutes. That is the reason why for some people who suffer from numbness, when they wear wristband, they feel much better. For some people who suffer from headache after wear wristband, they feel much better. For some people who suffer from the eyes vision, for example, bird cannot read properly when you wear wristband. Oh, you notice that it's very clear right now. Why? Blood circulation, that's the importance of a blood circulation, right? Like what I say is that even you have the best car in the world, like the Lamborghini, like the Ferrari, okay? But when you hit traffic, what you can do? Even slower than the motorcycle, right? Because of the traffic. That's why even you have the best supplement, you have the best medication, as long as your blood circulation is not good at all, you cannot get any benefit from the best medicine or nutrition at all. That is the reason why before you take any medication, before you take any nutrition, improve your blood circulation is the most important and the necessary. Otherwise, cannot deliver, right? Especially what you have to deliver. What I'm talking about, the medicine or in the nutrition a while ago, that is only the nutrition of the medicine ingredient. But the most important from our blood circulation is for oxygen. For oxygen, right? We can live without eating for 1 month, but we cannot live without oxygen within 6 minutes. Can you imagine that? Whenever you cannot deliver the oxygen properly, you will notice that all the body, okay, it's damaged. Not only organs, including body cell, because our body cell need oxygen as well, right? Very important, right? Aside from water. Also, can you mention that? That is the reason why the most important body system in our body, aside from immune system, is blood circulation. Including if your blood circulation is not good, I believe that your immune system is not good as well, right? What I'm going to say is the blood circulation. That is the reason why exercise, regular exercise daily is necessary, especially for those people who do not have exercise, don't like to move at all. Aside from the risk of obesity, the problem is a very poor blood circulation. Whenever you have a poor blood circulation, what will happen to you? Very easy, hypertension, stroke, heart enlargement, all the cardiovascular, aside from a respiratory system. Can you imagine that? Oh gosh, aside from the immune system I mentioned, and I believe that whenever your blood circulation is not good, your digestive system is not good. For those people who have a cardiovascular problem, of course, automatic, you have a digestive system problem. For example, stomach aching. For example, stomach ulcer, constipation. You see? Gosh, my goodness. That is the reason why, of course, all the body system is very important. But what I'm talking about is the most important. Whenever you do not, do not do it properly, then you can see the problem right away. That is what I mean, blood circulation. And Vita is the best support for that. That is the reason why the design of the Vita we call is ankle band instead of the wristband, ankle band, longer, okay, to support your two leg the extreme, okay. So that is the, so can you mention that? Only this product is enough for everything, can satisfy 90% of any problem, whatever you have. Like what I say, right? Insomnia and the stress is the main cause of any disease, whatever you have. That's why it's the top 1 killer and top 2 killer. As long as you can sleep properly, as long as you can get out of stress, every day is a happy day. Okay, but sometimes we will feel weak. Okay, we need more energy. Maybe because of our work in office or whatever. Okay, now you have another one, which is a max to support you, to give you additional energy, extra energy. And Vita, right, for the blood circulation, for immune system, for detoxification. So as long as your immune system is good, cardiovascular is good, okay, your digestive system is good, okay, then your sleep is good, then no stress at all. You see, what's the problem you have? Right? No more problem. That's why healthy life is a happy life. As long as you are not healthy, you are unhappy, right? Even you have a lot of money, right? Right? So that's why we said that the wealth is nothing without health. Wealth is nothing without health. That's why the most important is health. Okay, that is the product we have. Okay, the most important of our product is no side effect at all. Like what I said, is that even you are unable to see the effect from our wristband right away, but at least you will not be able to see the side effect. Because the number one advantage and the concern of our product is the safety. It's a safety, not effect, safety first. Right? Like what I say is that before you help people, you have to protect yourself. Right? Whenever you introduce some product, of course, that is the help for other people. But the first concern is that the product you are promoting right now is really safe. It's not safe at all. When you introduce the product, you will make trouble. You will make trouble, right? That's why I said that before you help people, you have to help to protect yourself. How to protect yourself? Safety is the best protection. Safety is the best protection, right? So that's why our product 100% nature, no any chemical ingredient, no any chemical reaction, no medicine, okay? Nothing at all. Only physical reaction, which we call is the quantum resonance. Okay, so if there is a requirement to use our product, the only, okay, whenever I say only, it means that whenever you have any question, whenever I use this man, what I have to do, what I have to follow. No, the only requirement when you use the wristband is only drinking water. Drink more water. Drink more water. Number one, water is the best conductor for the resonance. Okay? Whenever you drink more water, when you use the wristband, our wristband is getting more effective to you. So for some people, one of the reason why you are unable to see the effect right away, because lacking of water, because water is the best conductor. Okay. The second one, even you do not wear wristband, water is very important to everyone. Drinking water. Okay. Even you do not wear wristband, you still have to drink more water. More water. Okay, water is the best medicine without medicine. Why you insist to take chemical medicine? Water is the best medicine without medicine, right? Why we insist to look for the medicine with the toxin, the medicine with the chemical? My goodness, right? That's why even drinking water, if you are unable to follow it, do not talk about others at all. Correct? I repeat it again. Even drinking water, if we are unable to follow, do not talk about others. Do not talk about others. Because maybe the certain disease we have right now is caused by lacking of water we have. So what is the solution? If the problem is caused by over drinking water, the only solution is to drink more water. Why we are looking for medical doctor? Why we are looking for the chemical medicine? Correct? Because if we do not really target the real cause of a disease, that is the reason why during my another presentation, I said that you are the one who created the disease. You are the cause of a disease, whatever you have. We call it a lifestyle. Okay, so maybe you have some question is that like what I say, okay, I have so many, I have so many complications. So now I have so many medication, so many prescription from the doctor. So whenever I use the wristband, what I should be careful, what I have to follow. Okay, like what I say, aside from except drinking water, no others at all. Even you have a plenty medicine every day. Even you got so many complications. Okay, no problem at all. Especially for those people who have so many medication, for those people who have so many complications, okay, you need our response as soon as possible. As soon as possible, because that is the way to solve the complication you have. That is the best way to reduce or stop the medication step by step for you. Okay, maybe for some people, what they have heard, oh, it's a quantum medicine. Since that there is the electron, there is the electricity, since that there is a battery. So, okay, what I concern is my father, but my father have a pacemaker, so can he use it? My brother got car accident, he have a mental implant. My sister, have, the organs transplanting. Okay, they need a product, but my concern is that they are really very special, like the organ transplanting or the mental implant or pacemaker. So what they have to follow. Okay, my answer for you is that no problem at all, even pacemaker, okay, even implant or transplanting, no problem at all. Another question is that, oh, for those people, I just get married, my wife just get pregnant, but the immune system of my wife is very weak. Whenever whenever she gets sick, then she is afraid to take medicine. But if you do not take the medicine, what happened to her? But if you take the medicine, what will happen to baby? Right? Very difficult to decide. So very sensitive. And same time, aside from that, I have a 1-year-old baby. When he gets sick, I really do not know what I can give him, right? Because it's a small baby, infant baby, very sensitive, right? Okay, my answer for you is that is the best product for them. Whatever the the chemical medicine they take is dangerous to you. Should be careful because they are really very sensitive. Okay, like the infant, like bunties, right? Very sensitive. That's why our product is the best to them because no side effect at all, 100% nature, no any chemical ingredient at all. For especially for one kind of people, that is really big help. For example, the person cannot swallow anymore. The person cannot swallow. For example, the last stage of a Parkinson disease. Parkinson disease cannot swallow at all. So how to help them? Even you have the best medicine, even you have the best nutrition, as long as they cannot swallow, it's useless. Also, how to do it? How to do it? Injection? Yes, that is the way. Another one, skin absorption system. You have to find something, either the medicine or nutrition through by skin absorption, like the lotion you are using, but it's not effective at all because very slow, right? But what else? What else? Quantum resonance. Quantum resonance. Like what I said in the beginning, you cannot say it invisible, but it has the power to connect you to whatever you need. That is a resonance. That is a quantum medicine. Okay, that is a product presentation. I spent 1.5 hours for the presentation. And later I had to go to church. Okay, I cannot be absent every Sunday. So finish the presentation. Maybe I will give a little bit minute for the question and answer. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your
Thank you very much, Doc.
Can
you?
Yes, you are welcome.
Excuse me, somebody wants to question here from Windsor.
Okay, you talk first. You talk first. I go to CR first. Okay.
Oh my goodness. We want to talk to you, doctor.
Okay.
Wait.
Anyway, yes.
I have my client here. She has a
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Okay, maybe Dr. Marilyn Yap, you can answer her.
Hi,
Okay.
doctor. I had surgery about 4 years ago on back surgery, and I have pain going down my leg from my thigh all the way down to my ankle.
Swollen.
And it's all swollen. So the surgery was not successful.
Since you had the surgery, you had the swollen on your legs?
Yes.
Okay.
When was this surgery?
3 to 4 years ago. At the back.
Okay.
On the back, lower back. He cut me on my lower back.
She forgot what was the diagnosis on her, why she cut, because of the pain on her legs. So that's the doctor said to cut at the back, but it didn't help her.
She went for PT, it's swollen.
And it's swollen.
So it's still
So
swollen
3
now.
weeks ago, wait a minute. 3 weeks
Yes.
ago, she was wearing Blessingswave, the Vital, and just the red one,
Calm?
the Max.
Max.
And then now today, I give her another Vital to help her out, because 3 weeks ago, no result.
No result.
Where's Dr. Marin?
Where is she?
Kuya Remo, you are very funny. Gosh, where is Dr. Maridin? Dr. Maridin is beside you, okay?
Okay, doc.
Okay, regarding this one, because I went to see, I cannot hear properly. Okay, even I use the earphone, Bluetooth, but whenever it's a little bit far away, I cannot hear properly. Okay, what I will suggest is that regarding what you explained, even the swollen, even after surgery, there is no improvement. Okay, I do not care what is the cause of his problem or her problem at all. Okay, what I would suggest you is that wristband, our wristband. Okay, then based on what you say, he have used the red one, Max already. Okay, so my and since that what I have since that did not see effect yet, right? Right? Okay, my
Yes,
suggestion,
correct.
number one, patient must have a patient. Nobody can guarantee and promise you how fast you can see the result. Okay, because number one, we do not know what is the factor behind the patient, behind the person. We do not know the situation of the illness they have. I give you one example, like cancer. When you talk about cancer, it's a big difference between stage 1 and stage 4. What is the difference? Okay, I give you one example. If it's a stage 1, 80% of a stage 1 cancer patient can survive. Okay, how about stage 4? 80% of a stage 4 patient will pass away. You see the difference? That is a stage 1. It's a difference between stage 1 and stage 4. Okay, so that's why we do not know the situation or the condition of an illness he had. That's why nobody can guarantee how fast. Okay, even medical doctor, even the chemical medicine cannot promise you. That is the reason why you must have a patient. Number 2, what I would suggest is the more response, just like the supplement. For some people or for maintenance, maybe 1 capsule a day is enough. But for some people, okay, 1 capsule for maintenance is not enough. What they need is for performance. What is the performance? They want to see the difference. Okay, want to see the difference. For example, before it's very painful, what they care is the pain management, right? So that is for performance. So at this moment, they need more. The same as our response. The same as our response. For those people who have a serious problem, what we will suggest is a more response. More is much better. There is no specific number of response you need, like the medicine, 2 tablets, 1 tablet, 3 times a day. No need. Okay, our response is more is much better. What is the meaning? For example, 4 is better than 3. 3 is better than 2. It's really big difference. Okay, so for example, for those people who suffer from paralysis, the person who cannot move at all, the person who cannot move properly, that is the difference at all. Cannot move at all and the cannot move properly is the difference. So at this moment, the response we suggest is really big difference already. Understand? So what I suggest is the use more response. Number 3, like what I said a while ago, please drink more water. Drink more water. You really can see different. As long as you drink more water, you can see the difference. Okay, different. The result, the effect on our response, with and without water. You really can see different. Okay, so that is what I can suggest. Then another one, a while ago I said a patient must have a patient, correct? Right? Another one I will say that. I'm sorry to say that. Okay, there are only 2 persons cannot be chooser. There are only 2 persons cannot be chooser. Number 1, beggar cannot be a chooser. Do we agree? Agree?
Correct.
Whatever they
beggar
give, gosh,
cannot
what
be
we give is a
chooser.
rice. The beggar tell me, no, sir, what I need is a bread. Gosh, cannot be a chooser. Beggar cannot be a chooser. Another one cannot be the chooser. Patient cannot be the chooser. Patient cannot be a chooser. Argue with the medical doctor. The prescription is a tablet. Can I take one? And then, gosh, cannot be a chooser. Follow it. Understand? Especially our product, like what I emphasized a while ago. Okay, the first priority, the advantage and the concern of our product is a safety. It's a safety. Even you did not see the result or effect yet, at least there is no side effect, right? At the same time, it's not only for one, it's all in one. What is mean for in one? Whatever problem you have, even digestive system, even cardiovascular, even urinary, whatever the problem comes. So you can hit so many birds with one stone. Why not? Why not? You spend 5,000 to 10,000 pesos for the car maintenance in the car shop. But my question is that how much you spend in yourself for your maintenance? When we talk about the only 5,000 pesos, 10,000 pesos, 20,000 pesos, and very credible to yourself. And that's why we no need to us to talk about health at all. We are priceless. Okay, that is what I can suggest. Okay.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
You are welcome. Yeah. Any else?
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Avir.
Yeah,
Dr. Avir.
please unmute Dr. Albir. We cannot hear you. Doc Alvir, please unmute first.
Unmute, Dr. Avir, unmute. We cannot hear you.
First of all, I want to ask the patient, what kind of surgery did she have?
Surgery.
Can I have an answer for that?
He
Yes,
doesn't know,
why
but-
Madam Helen.
Okay, here's the patient.
A back surgery.
Okay, back surgery, but for what? Disc surgery? Was it cancer of the bone, of the spinal?
No, it
vertebra,
was-
or what? I want to know the pathology because you have to first ask whether.
Doc, excuse me. She forgot.
No.
Doc,
I have to explain.
Vic, okay, you explain.
It was the leg problem that just started getting a pain in the thigh, and it went all down the leg. And the pain was so bad, I could hardly walk, like I was limping.
She must have had a disc surgery. Disc surgery? Was it a disc surgery?
He cut me on my lower back, so I'm not sure if it
I
was
know
a disc.
that.
Yeah.
But I want to know what kind of surgery he did, because if you still have pain and swelling after that, you have to go back to your doctor and show him what's going on.
I did,
Before you start treating, let's be more logical here. Before we start treating a patient, we have to know what we're treating for. You know,
Right.
pain may be due to the fact that the pathology, he's got a cancer or something, or something had happened with the operation that is still causing the pain. Because if she's having
Tell her-
problems, just to go back to that surgeon and tell him that I'm having
Tell
this
him
kind of
that you
problem.
went already.
So that it
Okay,
can-
I will do that. I will do that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Wu, Roger here.
Yes, yeah, Korea Roger.
I have a friend. He said that they could not sleep for at least. He's always awake, even if he used. I could not sleep for more than 4 hours. So I suggested to him to try calm, and after three days or 2 days using the calm 24/7, I still couldn't sleep. Still have problems sleeping. He said he had barely 4 hours of sleep.
Mm.
So I told him to try again. Just be patient, as you said. He has to be patient. He seems to be very careful with his diet. Nothing is special, because according to him, special is very dangerous. If you eat special food, very dangerous. You end up having cancer. So he tried to avoid eating meat, only vegetables. He said. So his problem, he's still okay, but he's bothered about just having 4 hours of sleep.
Okay. What you are talking about is the 4 hours sleep. So what you mean is that the sleep is very short. That is his problem. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So okay. That's what we say is that the key point is not the quantity of your sleep. The most important is the quality of your sleep. So at this moment, when he will respond, even he noticed that his sleep still 4 hours a day. Okay, but you can ask him the 4 hours sleep when he wake up, there's a different compared to before or not. Maybe the sleep, the quality of the sleep is getting better compared to before. Even the sleep still 4 hours. Okay. Another one, like what you say, the response he used is how many? 2 to 3 already, right?
No, just one calm.
Just
Yes,
only
already.
one time. Okay. Regarding this one, if the response, the time he used is 2 to 3 already. Okay, honestly, the number of the response for sleep is really enough already. 2 to 3 is good enough already. Okay, but if he want only use one, only at this moment he have another chance to try.
By the way, I
Another
forgot.
chance to try increase.
No, sorry, I forgot. I also let him use one vital. He strapped it on his legs, his ankle.
Okay, so for
One
those people
ankle.
who is very who is very sensitive, cannot sleep or cannot sleep properly, very sensitive. So at this moment, we will suggest that just use the calm when he go to sleep. Do not use others at all because they are sensitive. So maybe for some people, what the reason why they did not see effect from the calm because they see the effect of a mask because they wear it together when they sleep. So for those kind sensitive people, we would suggest them when they go to sleep, use calm alone. When they wake up, use max or Vita alone, no calm. Okay, that is what we suggest. So what I'm saying is that we are trying to look for the solution or the factors for him. The reason why his sleep is not really good enough, okay, or it's not enough for them. Another one is the honesty is not easy. Okay, it's not easy to find or solve the problem. So what we can suggest for him is that maybe he have to check. He have to check his lifestyle he has. Okay, when the moment he find out what is the cause there, when he take out the cause, automatic, he will not suffer from that. Maybe he was unable to find, or maybe he is not sensitive enough to find what is the cause. I give you one example. Okay, I give you one example. Like Chinese, Chinese like the Chinese tea, right? So for some people very sensitive. When you just drink Chinese tea, you cannot sleep the whole night at all. Okay, so for some people, they used to drink Chinese tea every night. Okay, sometimes they can sleep, sometimes they cannot sleep, but they drink Chinese tea for a long time already. That's why they never think about the Chinese tea they drink every day. Remember, nicotine. Okay, so what I'm saying is that he have to find any cause in his lifestyle before he goes sleep. Maybe he is able to find out. Okay, so that my answer for this question. And Dr. Avir.
Okay, I'm glad this gentleman, opened up this subject because we have to, when you can't sleep, there are many causes of that. It may be insomnia, just simple insomnia, but if a patient cannot sleep or can only sleep for 4 hours, you have to find out, does he snore? It's very important if he's snoring or not, because if he's snoring very loudly, this can be a form of sleep apnea, which is obstructive. Sometimes some people are born with a narrow pharynx, and when they use a pillow and bend their necks, they develop obstruction in the airways, and so they start to snore. The snoring is because of the reverberation of the palate, and when that happens, when they start to stop breathing, and if they stop breathing, they can stop for about 18 seconds, 26 seconds, pretty long. And when that happens, it lowers the oxygen level in the blood, okay? And if you have coronary artery disease, where your vessels in the blood in your heart is obstructed, that like what we call coronary disease, you can have a heart attack and you can die in your sleep. And in the Philippines, we used to call this bangungot. And this is serious. This kind of a problem is serious and has to be corrected immediately, because hello, can you
Yeah, it's okay already. I mute the microphone already. Yeah, Dr. Avir, you can talk.
Yeah, this condition is what we call sleep apnea, and many people die during their sleep because of this. And this can be serious, so that this patient, you have to ask him about his sleep pattern, whether he wakes up every 30 minutes or 45 minutes. That's very important. And if they wake up in the morning, they feel they're tired. And what happens to these people is they cannot keep themselves awake during the day, and they keep on dozing off. And the danger here is that if you're driving, you get so sleepy, and sometimes you sleep while you're driving, and you can get into a bad accident. This has happened many times. So you have to get the history of this patient very, very well. And if he's not getting better with what you're using, like the calm, you better send him to a doctor to be checked for sleep apnea or narcolepsy or some other form of sleep disorders. There are many forms of sleep disorders, and there is a specialty right now here in the other countries that there's a doctor taking care of sleep disorders. If you see a patient that is not improving with the calm, you better send them to a doctor to be evaluated. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
Just want to share, same with my mother. Because my mother, she's also suffering from insomnia. She was not able to sleep, or in short, she has trouble of sleeping. So of course, I recommend her wearing the calm. You know, it took her 5 days, because during that 5 days, she's complaining that she said, "Oh, Joey, I can't sleep wearing the calm. I think this is not effective." So I told her, just drink more water and then keep on wearing it. If you're in the house, you will not go out, especially that was during pandemic. So she stays at home. So I said, just wear the calm together with the vital. When you go to sleep, just remove the vital and leave the calm. So, but if you can sleep together with the vital, just keep on wearing both calm and vital. So she said, okay, I just keep on wearing it. You know, after 5 days, or 6 days, on the 6 days wearing the calm together with the vital, she's complaining that she feels sleepy. Even the day she feels sleepy. I said, just keep on wearing it. If you want to sleep, just go to sleep. You just stay home. So I think the body is still adjusting, right? So for 5 days, and aside from that, I have another case again, because some of them, first day of wearing the calm, they can sleep at the night. First day, some of them, I think based on my experience, it took her. Oh no, he's a guy. It took him, I think, 2 weeks. So my advice is keep on wearing that. Then he told me 2 weeks after, she said he can sleep better after 2 weeks. Yeah, I think it varies from person to person. Yes,
Actually,
Ed?
what
Yeah.
I suggested to him that, the resistance inside your body must be very strong, that calm could not get into your system immediately. So you
Yes,
just
that's
have
right.
to be patient and
Yeah.
drink more water.
Yes.
And I'll probably advise him not to remove the vital, so that the calm could concentrate on him.
Yeah.
Also, I strongly suggest that he should attend on Monday, so that he himself could ask the question. Probably we could tell him directly, and there he could answer some of the questions that Dr. Javier has been asking. I guess I would do that.
Yes. Thank you, Kuya Roger.
Well,
In general, if you can sleep together with the vital, wearing calm together with the vital, then
It's
wear the
actually
vital. But if you cannot sleep with the vital, then remove the vital, just leave the calm. Okay.
Mm.
Yes, Dr. Albier.
yeah, I just want to caution you. You know, it's what you should do if you live with a person, or usually these people with sleep apnea are snoring heavy. They snore heavily, and then they hold their breath, and you can time how long they hold their breath. And if they hold their breath for a long time, I can tell you she is probably suffering from sleep apnea, especially if she tells you that she's still asleep in spite of her sleeping at night. She's still tired during the daytime. That's very, very suggestive of sleep apnea. And that's a very common condition. Don't think that it's a very common condition, and it is the cause of death of many people who have coronary artery disease with sleep apnea. I have a relative of mine. I have 3 cousins who have died from sleep apnea. Young people who have. I told them already that they have to be evaluated for sleep apnea. They didn't, and they didn't follow me. They were given CPAPs, CPAP machine. I'm sure you've heard of that. And 3 of these brothers and sisters died of sleep apnea. This is a important diagnosis that you have to know, because you might be missing something important, and these patients something may happen to these patients, especially if they have heart disease. So I'm just cautioning you. This condition is quite common. In fact, in my family, I have my son who has sleep apnea, severe sleep apnea. He had to have surgery to open up his pharynx. He had to have tonsillectomy to open up his airways. And after that, it didn't work. So now he's using a CPAP machine. And his oxygen level would go down to 75%. The level is above 90 if you take your oxygen level. And if your oxygen level goes below 80, that's significant. I'm just cautioning you, just so that you know what's going on. And if your wristband is not giving the effect that you expect the patient to have, you better have that patient seen, because something can happen to that patient, especially if he's elderly. I have CPAP, that's why I know. I use a CPAP machine.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Doc, thank you. Yes, Kuya
Thank you
Ramon.
very much, Dr. Arvel, for your concern. My knowledge about this wristband is like, as what I understood, this is like traditional Chinese, based on the traditional Chinese medicine, that is a needle is acupuncture. When it touches your skin, according to Dr. Wu, it improves, and 10 seconds it improves your blood circulation. Therefore, the way I understood, and we have another machine similar to wristband, our Blessingswave. It also improves your blood circulation and oxygenation of your capillaries. So the way I understood, when this acupuncture or wristband activate your acupuncture points and emit energy to your meridian points, it will improve your circulations, blood circulation, oxygenation of the capillaries. So I thought this is really safe to use, and maybe what Dr. Wu mentioned, maybe the person that Kuya Roger's friend need more calm, because, like, again, in my experience, when I was about to do a presentation, it was already 3 o'clock in the morning, and I could not still sleep. So Dr. Marilyn Yu lent me her calm, and in just few seconds, I was able to sleep all night and woke up in the morning refreshed. So I think I would suggest that Kuya Roger, I still, as I mentioned to you before the meeting, you have to encourage your friend to increase calm. I think it will, if two is not enough, add one more. And again, as you heard Coach Joey mention that his mother, after 1 week or after 5 days, she was able to sleep well after using the wristband after 5 days. So every person has different way
No,
of
great. Can I interrupt?
having
Can I interrupt you?
can I finish first, Dr.
Yeah,
Alvier?
you're saying something that is wrong. I'm telling you, you're not a doctor, and I'm telling you as
I
a
know,
doctor,
doctor.
the reason you may die from sleep apnea is because when you have sleep apnea, your oxygen level in the circulation goes down because you're not taking enough oxygen in. And if your oxygen level is low and you have your heart has a coronary artery that is narrowed and not supplying enough oxygen to the heart, you will have a heart attack. You know, that's what I'm talking about. You're not a doctor. You cannot, you cannot, you don't explain it enough. What I'm telling these people here is that this is a definite disease condition that we should be careful about. And if we have a patient that is not responding to the calm, you better have a doctor see him because you can be accused of negligence.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You're not a doctor, and you cannot say what you're saying. What do you mean? I'm telling you that.
Well, Dr. Alvier,
gadget.
Dr. Alvier, I
No,
understand that
let
I
me
am not
finish.
a doctor.
You don't seem to
I know
understand
that.
what you're talking about. Okay?
I know what I'm talking about, Dr. Alvier.
You're not a doctor.
Anyway, Dr. Abir, I'm not familiar with the person's lifestyle. I just meet him up close. I know him, but not that close. But anyway, I'll try to get closer to him and just follow your advice to check because
Because you could save this man's life. If he's
yes,
got a health problem, you may save his life.
yeah, I have to ask him
Good
thoroughly.
morning, good evening. Please read what I'm writing. Thank you for all. We must not argue. We must agree. Thank you.
You can say it, Dr. Lodigo. Yeah, we will give you time to talk. If you want to say
Yeah, I'm
something.
trying to raise my hands, but everybody are quite busy talking. So because I'm leaving for church, I would like to share to all. Dr. Wu discussed already, our blessing wave is for other condition, but not anatomical, genetics. It is not for accidents. So we must also be careful in giving help to others. There are about 70% might heal this blessing wave. I'm agreeable to that because last March 18, two of my classmates harbored the goodness of blessing waves. But I cannot share it because it's a short time. The only thing I would like to emphasize to everybody, not because I'm a doctor, not because I'm a networker, just because one of our higher advisor, Dr. Wu, the CEO, earlier told us that blessing wave is not for genetics, it's for accidents, but for other condition that might tip this. Even the cancer, you know, early diagnosis is better, but after late diagnosis, stage 2 or 3, we don't know because this is new. But we try for them because there is always hope. But anatomical, we have to check it before other people will be helpless for this condition. Okay,
That
thank
I
you.
agree.
So just read my comments, and Dr. Wu, kindly reiterate what you said about blessing wave so that others will remember. Thank you and good evening, good night, because I'm going to church. Sorry.
Okay, Dr. Yodi, thank you so much, Dr. Yodi.
For Hilma's friend, can I add suggestion how to use the wristband? Okay, when you're
Okay, okay.
sleeping, yeah, when she's sleeping, remove the wristband and put it where the surgery is, or on his hips, okay? Because it might help her relieve the pain, okay? So that's what I did when I had a headache because of my when I sleep on the ice, I hit my head on the ice, and in the evening I had a headache. So I put it in between my as I been saying this every time I do my testimonial. It's not a very significant event in this maybe Zoom meeting, but in my case, it's a very important experience because in the morning I sleep on the ice and hit my head on the asphalt in our driveway. So I was fine, but in the evening I had a headache. It's not severe, but a headache. So what I did, I put my wristband in between my pillow and my pillowcase so it would not move when I lay down. So that when I lay my head on my pillow, in just few seconds I fell asleep. I didn't even notice that I was sleeping already and woke up the following day refreshed. So that's just my sharing. Okay, that's my sharing, and I just want to share my experience in this Zoom meeting. So I would suggest if she will try that and see how it goes. Okay. And again, as what Dr. Wu said, there is no overdose, so you can increase the if possible, if he can increase she can increase the number of wristband, because she has surgery, so maybe one or two is not enough. It's a surgery. The veins were been cut. The capillaries were cut, so there's some interruption of flow of the blood. Thank you.
May I add a little thing? I still
Okay.
agree with Dr. Javier that she should visit her doctor again.
Oh yeah, of course.
Can I make a comment? I just want to tell you that I have sleep apnea. Okay, and I've been I guess I've been having it for quite some time because I used to snore heavily. In fact, my son, we were in the Philippines once, and my son had to sleep with me, and I was snoring so hard that he couldn't stand it, and he counted how long I would hold my breath, and I would hold my breath over 18 seconds.
No.
And so I underwent a sleep test, and they found out that I was waking up every 45 minutes.
Oh.
And I was waking up, and when that happened to me, I thought, I would go to the bathroom 3 or 4 times at night and pass my urine, but I never had any difficulty urinating. And I thought I had an enlarged prostate because I'm a urologist. And so when they found out that I had sleep apnea, I had to undergo a laser operation of my pharynx. They had to remove my uvula, open my palate. And in spite of that operation, I did not improve. I still snored, and I would wake up tired. I would see patients, and sometimes in front of the patient, I would doze off, and I got worried, and so
That's
After
true.
that, I had surgery and everything, and so they advised me to have a CPAP. And since I've had the CPAP, I would sleep 7 hours straight now. I
Yeah.
wake up 8 hours. I sleep soundly. I'm not sleepy during the day anymore, and I'm fine. I'm just telling you that this is a serious problem, and especially if you're an old individual and you're developing coronary artery disease, you better have this checked, because you know you can have an accident and die at sleep. And you know, I'm just warning you people, because this is serious. This is not. I'm not telling you something that is not serious. That's why when I hear somebody say something in our meetings like this, I want to correct you. I believe in the device. I think this device is excellent.
Excellent.
Because, but you have to make sure that if you see a patient and you cure the pain of a patient, you better make that patient go and see a doctor and check it out. Because if you have abdominal pain and you relieve the abdominal pain, and then you don't do anything about it, and 2-3 years later he's got a cancer in the intestine or the kidney or something else, and if you were very negligent, they can accuse you of negligence. I'm just warning you. I don't want you to get in trouble. But if there is something that you discuss here that I have to make a point, I will give a point. I'm not trying to I don't want to criticize anyone, but I just want you to learn medicine. By during these meetings, you learn some medicine here, because you're being exposed to patients now who have ailments, and you know, you will learn from those patients, and if a doctor will tell you what it is all about, then you learn. I wanted to also to make a point about diabetes. You know, when you have diabetes, it's not just blood sugar that's elevated. Diabetes is a disease due to a pancreatic disorder. But what happens when you have diabetes? You have a disturbance in your fat metabolism, protein metabolism, and all kinds of metabolism in your body. And so what happens? Your fat levels in the blood will increase. When your fat levels increase in the blood, what we're very concerned about is that this cholesterol, if you call it, will get deposited into the blood vessels. And you know what the blood vessels are affected when you have diabetes? These are the small blood vessels in your organs, like the kidney, for example. The kidney has what we call glomeruli. This is with the organ that filter your blood and the exchange of ions and oxygen and everything. And what happens to these blood vessels there? There's the deposition of fat, arteriosclerosis, and you start to develop arteriosclerosis of your kidneys. These are the small blood vessels in your kidneys, and your kidneys will start to deteriorate until you lose the function of your kidneys, and that's why you go and have a dialysis. These are the and then it also affects your heart, your eye, your arterioles in your eye. You develop arteriosclerosis of your eye, so you begin to lose your vision. You begin to develop macular degeneration, cataracts. You know, there's so many complications. I don't have to tell you about it. But one thing good about this life energy that we're using is that it increases the energy and it goes to the deepest part of your body and opens up your circulation. And by doing so, it will increase the oxygenation of your organs and maybe heal the area, which is what we're looking for, and give us some healing. Remember the doctor Dr. Manay? He was not putting out any urine at all for how many years? and because he was being dialyzed. And when he used this bracelet, now he says that he's putting out 100 cc's of urine a week. That's not enough, but that shows you that part of his kidney has regained some function and it's beginning to function. And that's how powerful this gadget is. But you have to learn to use it. It's a good device that we can use. It helps our body heal itself. But you have to be discreet, knowledgeable to know that there's a certain you can only use it to a certain point, and but you have to, get the help of the doctors to help you take care of the patient. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Uh,
Albert.
Thank you very much, Dr. Albert. Any question? Any
I have
question?
another question for different kind
Okay.
of
Because,
patient.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay.
The patient actually is 14 years old, and he met an accident while riding a bicycle downhill. He ran into probably heavy potholes and he lost control. He was wearing helmet and other supports to protect his elbow, knees, and everything.
So
And
you have a complete protective gears.
yes.
Okay.
But then because of the impact, he suffered lots of crack bones. I haven't seen the patient, but they said the doctor suggested that he could complete his healing because there was nothing really serious that hit his body, except that probably lots of bruises and maybe some crack bones. So I was tempted to tell him to try our wristband, because as the one we know on the wrist on the Max, that is speed up healing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And probably, and with the other wristband is probably reducing pain and hasten recovery as well, especially with the help of the Vital. So I don't know if how many we could probably suggest that he should apply to his he should let his child use, because of course because of the money problems too.
Yeah, I think you did the right thing, because it will hasten the healing, because it will improve the circulation on the areas that were damaged, and it will hasten the healing of that patient rather than doing nothing.
Yes.
But by using this, you can hasten the healing of a patient who's had some injuries from an accident like this, contusions, fractures. It may improve. It may increase the healing of the bones also. So you need that, because when you improve the circulation there, it will also increase the deposits of stem cells in that area to heal it.
Mhm.
So that's I mean, you did the right thing. I'm not I totally agree with what you did, because you did the right thing, and you did not produce any problems by giving him drugs or anything else except the wristbands. And I think that's the right thing to do as far as I'm concerned, because you help the patient heal himself. Yes. by helping this body heal his injuries.
But
Thank you,
okay.
Doc.
Anything
Yes,
else, Roger?
Yeah. Demon.
Now, just ensure that you also ask the parents of the child to have that checked by the medical doctors. Okay.
Oh, they have
He
already.
might have some broken bones and so on. Okay.
They have already their checkup before, and the doctor advised them that they could go home and recuperate at home. So maybe the wristband could take over on the healing.
Yeah, in fact, the more wristband you put into him will help him because it will, maybe increase more circulation to the areas that were injured.
Yes, probably I might advise him if his parents, I'll advise his parents if they could afford to give 6.
Well, the question is not if he could afford. It is important for him to have to. Okay, this is the thing. If they want their child to recover faster, then they have to provide at least 6. Okay, so that's I think not if they can afford. It is a must, and then they have to find a way. Thank you.
Yes, that's right. That's right, Sir Raymond. Anyway, one last question before we end our Zoom meeting, or any?
Another one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
just so happened that I have so many questions.
That's okay.
Because I
That's
met
why we have this meeting.
3 different people at the same time. Almost at the same time. The other guy has a heart attack 3 years ago, and he was hospitalized for 3 months, and then he decided to come to the Philippines to recuperate. He is still limping, but his right hand is limp, but it is not curved like the other one. What that happened to Eugene. So it's just like that. It's swollen, but it's not curling. It's just open.
It's not flexed.
Yeah. So I tried to let him use Calm, Vital, and Max, but the other guy requested that he be given the Max instead because he's driving. He's going home driving. So I just advise the patient that just to be patient and make do with the Calm and Vital, and when the guy returns the Max, then he could use it for himself. Yes.
I'd like to ask you a question. What did he have? A stroke or a heart attack?
I think it's a stroke.
Okay, a stroke. Because I thought you said heart attack.
No,
Yeah, I
that's
think
not-
in patients who have some kind of paralysis or neurologic disorder, you can try Calm. You can try the wristbands because it will help them. It will help them regain their function and maybe start moving their limbs better. And because it's been known that in patients with neurological problems who have either paralysis or spasticity, if you put the quantum resonance, if you give them an increased bioresonance in the body, it will improve their rigidity and relax their spasticity. You did the right thing. Yeah, I have I have nothing against that. I think you did the right thing, and good you used it because you may have helped him a lot.
Of course, he just wore the wristband. I think 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Just started. So I just told them to just be patient with the wristband because it's not like eating hot paper that you feel the heat immediately. Just be patient with it and drink
Yeah,
plenty
but
of water.
you did the right thing. I think I have no criticism about that. You did the right thing. You helped that patient.
Okay.
I was encouraged that way because one of our prospect, when he saw what happened to his sister-in-law, that he was able to walk 3 or 5 days later after wearing the wristband. He said that he would like to have his share of the wristband because he would let his father try. His father have already 3 strokes, 3 times already, and but he was able to walk, but of course limping. Now, when his son allowed her to use the wristband, only 2, calm and vital. He said that he felt like okay, little alive already on his system. And then few days later, we were asking about him. He said, "Oh, the guy is already walking around." I told him not to be confident about that because he just regain his strength on walking. He might overdo himself. So just advise your father to be careful.
Okay, let me give a evaluation of that treatment. You know, the patients who have strokes usually is secondary to hypertension. So by giving him the wristband, you may be helping him also take care of his hypertension. And it, you know, you helped him by improving his mobility, and not only that, you may have him helped his if he's got high blood pressure, you may have reduced the blood pressure that caused his stroke. So, you know, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, but you did the right thing. And, you know, that's all I can say, because you're not a doctor, but you've been able to help these patients with the use of this gadget, of this device. Thank you.
I'm trying to reach out to one of my friends, a chiropractor, who get mad at me when I discuss about Blessingswave with him. He said, "Oh, I don't like to have business in my clinic." He got mad at me. He raised his voice on me. So I was hesitant to see him again. But after seeing a lot of people helped by Blessingswave, I have to find another way to approach him so that at least his pride would not be pricked, and he would appreciate. He would be encouraged to watch our Zoom, so that he would learn more about. He would open his eyes. I was trying to open his eyes to a new technology, to BRT.
Yeah, I wasn't going to. Those are the right people to approach about this technology. The chiropractors will use this if they know what it's all about. That's why these are the people that you have to educate properly before you introduce it to them. Joey, I gave Joey an op-ed that I wrote about, and he will probably distribute it to all of you guys so that you can read it and educate yourself about the technology. It's a pretty good op-ed, and it discusses a lot of these problems that you're going to see, and you will understand the technology of this bioresonance technology. So it's already written, and Joey Ruiz will distribute this to all of you so that you can read it and educate yourself about the technology.
Yeah, I love that because I have a lot of friends who are doctors themselves.
Yeah, yeah, let them read it, because if they read it, they're going to get convinced that there's something to it. And there are many conditions in the chiropractic profession that they would like to use this, like frozen shoulders, tennis elbows, painful wrists, you know, arthritis. You can use this technology for all of that, and also you can use this in patients with Parkinsonism, with Alzheimer's, with cerebral palsy, people who are having difficulty walking because they had they were born this is a birth injury that develops the cerebral palsy, and these are the good candidates for this technology. You will improve their gait and their spasticity and remove the rigidity of their muscles. There's so many things that you learn from this OPED, so I would advise you to read it as soon as you get it from Joey, Mr. Ruiz.
Yeah, I love to have my hands on that one, because what I run into problems when I'll be talking to doctors. They would say, "Oh, it's not science-based. No
No,
research
that's-
on this one."
This is science-based. This is really science-based.
That's
and
what I told them.
a lot of doctors are very interested in this. In fact, I just recruited a professor of in the UP College of Medicine to join us. And I encouraged him to join our meeting so that he can also give a lot of opinions about medicine. It would be nice for us to invite more doctors to join us so that they can give their opinions and we can learn from them.
I'll try to reach out to these doctors. Although they got problems because they were overwhelmed by webinars every day.
Oh, tell them to call me. I'll talk to them.
Okay, if I could bring them to watch Dr. Wo on the introduction of PW, then that would be fine. But I am swimming against the tide or the flow.
Can I cut the conversation? I'm very sorry. It's already 11:31 here. If there's no more question, please take one question. And if there's no more question, then we have, okay.
Yeah.
Kiarito, you have question? Unmute, please. Unmute. Unmute, please.
Unmute, Sir Rito.
Unmute.
We cannot hear you, Sir Rito.
Unmute. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you.
To control the
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you. Sorry, I need to address this. Maybe Dr. Rene can help me. This afternoon, I have a prospect user, and they were asking me if this is okay to use on multiple sclerosis. Is that the right pronunciation, Dr. Rene?
You know, you can try it because
You
it
can try
might help. It might help them. It may improve their mobility.
Mobility, huh?
You know, we in these cases we have to try it because
Yeah.
you're not gonna hurt them.
Right,
They'll
right.
probably
Okay.
have some improvement, and
Okay.
they'll appreciate it. Yeah, you can use this in autistic children. You know,
Okay.
autism. You
Yeah.
try it because when you use it on them, they start to become more sociable. They start speaking
Sociable.
out, and they don't keep to themselves. You know,
Yeah.
you can try it on autistic children because
Okay.
it can work on them.
We'll do that. Thank you. And what is the best one, the CAM or the, in your experience, they're using it? Do you recommend CAM or
I would use the Vital.
the Vital? Okay.
Yeah, you can mix it with the red
The red one?
uh, red one.
Okay.
If
Okay.
they're agitated or
Yeah.
if they're in pain, you can use the Calm. So
Okay.
you have
Thank you.
to,
Thank you.
you can test yourself and see what
Yeah.
the good combination for you is. You know,
Right. What
we're
would be
still
the,
learning
yeah.
about the use of these wristbands.
Okay.
So we will learn from from the people that we treat.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rene.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Albier. Sir Raymond, you
Yes.
have a guest being Mirza. Good evening, good morning.
Yes, good evening. Yeah, welcome,
Welcome.
Madam Bing. I think you just come in, but I will give you the last person to ask. Just because you,
yeah, thank you so much. Anyway, I can't ask any question yet because I didn't hear. I will just
Okay.
talk. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
and welcome to our Zoom meeting. Anyway, to
Okay.
finish our Zoom meeting for tonight, just want to remind you, just keep on wearing the wristbands. If you think there's no effect after 3 days wearing it, 5 days, just keep on wearing it 24/7, and then drink more water and be patient. That's the number one important. Be patient, keep on wearing it, drink water, then you will see the result. Just
It
like
took my wife 2 weeks, but now it's okay.
Yeah.
It took my wife 2 weeks. Now she's using it every day.
Yes, that's right, Sir Rito. Okay, Sir
Thank you
Raymond.
very much, Sir Rito.
Yes,
Yes.
Raymond. Yeah, last words before we end our Zoom meeting.
Well, maybe you're the last word, but I just want to thank everyone for joining the meeting, and hope we'll see you again Monday. Monday. There's a meeting Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning, in the evening in the Philippines. So that check your time, where just refer to Philippine time, 8 o'clock p.m. So wherever you are, in California or Michigan or Canada, please refer back to the Philippine time, okay? And it's a product information. So, Joey, your turn.
Okay, thank you so much. Would like to say thank you to our doctors, Dr. Marilyn Yapiu, Dr. Alvier, and to our engineers, Dr. Rito Cueva, Sir Rito Cuevas, and Dr. Roger, Sir Roger, the doctor. And to all networkers, thank you so much for attending. Yes,
Actually,
You can call
I
me
am
doctor
an MD.
on engines, not on
Mukhang
medicine.
doktor.
Yeah, because this is the best combination. We have a doctors here, and we also have engineers, because physics, right? We're talking about physics. We're talking
Physics.
about medicine.
Yes.
So this is the best combination, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so thank you so much and good night, everyone. See you
Joey,
again. Bye bye.
Joey,
Yes.
can you call me on the phone, on my cell phone?
This morning here.
Kaya ka man sa Pilipinas.
Yes, Deng.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I will ask your number from Kuya Raymond. Okay.
Phone
Yes.
number, or you can talk in the messenger. By phone, messenger.
Okay.
Messenger.
Just got excited.
Yeah.
You're always excited.
Yes.
Hey, Sir Roger, your hair is growing so fast.
Yeah, but some of them were left out.
How is it?
Anyway, let's answer to the question.
Okay. Good night. Good night.
Good
It's
night.
already 11:30.
Bye-bye.
7 an hour. Yes, okay.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good night for
Bye.
Sir Raymond, because they're 1 hour advance from us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye, Madam Angela.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.